At least 6 people killed and dozens wounded in a mass killing in Highland Park, Illinois during a 4th of July parade yesterday. Suspect is now in custody after escaping the crime scene in women's clothes, we're told. Law enforcement officials say the attack was premeditated. According to reports, suspect's social media accounts were littered with content glorifying violence and mass shootings. One photo shows him cloaked in a Trump flag, although some observe that he may have been mocking Trump supporters in this one. Joining me now is Milwaukee County Sheriff, Newsmax contributor, president of America's Sheriff LLC, and author of Cop Under Fire, David Clarke. It's always great to see you, Sheriff. Latest carnage in Illinois took me back to December, when a crazed maniac with a history of hatred toward whites conducted another mass killing, this time at a Christmas parade. Now Americans celebrating the birth of our nation are being targeted. What do these incidents tell you?
Well, it tells me that the country's at war with itself, and anybody that disagrees with that is and this has been brought about. Look, the American left has been fomenting hate, anger, and division within Americans for the last, I would say at least easily 6, 7, 8 years. During the Obama administration is when this whole thing started playing up, this racism, white supremacy, all this other nonsense. But as to what happened in Highland Park, Illinois, of course, it's horrific. But look what happened in the other areas of Chicago during the 4th of July weekend. You had the stats up there, 71 shot, leaving 10 dead. Chris, in New York, 54 shot, leaving 4 dead. Milwaukee had a very violent weekend as well. And this goes on every single weekend. We hear nothing from Joe Biden. We hear nothing from the FBI. We hear nothing from the United States Department of Justice. We hear nothing from these 2-bit Democrat Congress people who want to stand up now and use this as a ruse, exploit a situation and use it as a ruse for their number one objective when it comes to this. It's gun confiscation. It is not gun control. I was sickened that 15 GOP senators went along with every Democrat for some bill they slapped together. I'm tired of this knee-jerk reaction to this stuff, and they slapped together some policy that's not going to do anything except for hampering law-abiding citizens, and then they beat their chest and feel proud about it. Biden signed that last week, Chris, and I heard him say, this is the first meaningful gun control legislation we've had in the last 30 years. So I said, okay, I guess you got it fixed. But apparently they don't have it fixed, because none of that crap is going to work. This was a one-off. Unfortunately, it's like Uvalde, right? I don't have answers for that, but neither does anybody else. And it's not these technical fixes like gun control and red flag laws and all this other nonsense that goes on.
Well, I couldn't agree more. There was a time we used to do it right in this country, and I would say the reason why we're seeing, as Democrats gain more control, either of what you call permanent Washington or the deep state, as Democrats take control of GovEd, we're seeing this steady slide in the American culture. Mike Bloomberg's Every Town for Gun Safety ranks Illinois as the state with the 6th most strict gun laws in the country, a place that denies law-abiding citizens their right of self-defense in order to stop criminal activity. Yet Chicago is also one of the most violent cities in America. Doesn't that undermine the Democrats' claim that guns are the things causing the violence?
Sure, and they never have to answer that because nobody challenges them with that nonsense. But here's another thing, too. All across Chicago. The mayor, by the way, on Friday, she didn't have time to have a news conference because of a 5-month-old baby that took a bullet in the head in a vehicle last week in her city. But she had time to attend a pro-abortion rally. Their priorities are screwed up. Their political class is sociopathic. Their political class is dysfunctional. They have no plan. They don't know what to do. It's easy what they should do, just reverse some of the nonsensical policies like low bail. They're politically active, Soros-backed Kim Foxx, the state prosecutor, who will not charge people for serious, repeat, violent behavior. Just those few steps. All they have to do is what we did during the late 80s and most of the 90s with broken windows policing, order maintenance strategies, stop, question, and frisk in these violent areas. And Chris, you saw it. Historic lows in violent crime all across America. That's all we need to do. But you know what? The politics for the Democrat, it gets in the way.
Absolutely. I only got 30 seconds left. I wanted you to comment. Your fellow law enforcement officers down in Texas are taking a stand. It's said they are going to declare an invasion down there, taking a stand more than the Republican Party on the national level, and even more than the Republican Party, dare I say, in the great state of Texas. What's your comment on what they're doing right now?
Good for them. Look, Article 4, Section 4 of the United States Constitution guarantees that the federal government will protect every state from invasion. This is an invasion. The federal government's not going to do it. They have to do it themselves.